I didn't realize just how much the Genshin community is far out of Pokemon stuff. That's really interesting because like the same exact thing also applies in the Pokemon community as well. But yeah, happy Saturday. I'm sorry I couldn't have been live last night. Yeah, stuff came up, yada yada yada. Also, I'm updating right now real quick, so it should be pretty quick before I get in. Other than that, though, I hope you guys are all doing well. Happy, like I said before, happy Saturday. It's against Pokemon. Yeah, it is. Yeah, yeah. Also, did any of you guys come from Mystic Umbreon, by the way? Or did any of you guys come from the best team video today we had on Mystic Umbreon by any chance? I wonder if any of you guys did. Because I know that we got a couple of new faces from my Pokemon channel. Other than that, you guys are all, you know, relatively 5-year-old asked how to create an email. Oh, you're chilling, you don't have to worry about it. I did not. I know you didn't. Yeah. I mean, when you have a name called Venti is the best. You guys came from. I know you did because you're my moderator and you knew long before anybody else did. But yeah. I know a lot of you guys found me through Genshin and then the algorithm. That's fucking awesome. That's honestly, that's how I wanted it to be. But I mean, I also, you know, wanted to tell my Pokemon audience, like, I have a Genshin channel too, guys. Like, you know what I mean? Anywho, I haven't played since the last time that we've done our thing, but I'm here. And I know that the last bit of Albedo's lore is very, very... Zine did too, yeah. Yeah, you kind of did, but I know your voice sounded familiar. There we go. Someone knows. Excellent. Okay, so I'm in Inazuma right now, but we have obviously Act 3 of Albedo's quest to do. I'm probably only going to do Act 3 and then that's it. I might do a little bit of snowman building and I might do a little bit of resin depending on how fast the it is. But honestly, we'll see. I'm AR-56. I think am I at least halfway to AR-57? What would you guys say 85,000 to 258,000 is? Would you guys say that that's around maybe 35%? Act 3 is kind of boring. I still need to do Act 3 though in order for me to, you know, to do my videos and whatnot, because I want to make sure, you know, that I get everything. I know that Act 2 was definitely the, yeah. I did tell my, but not in a big way like how I did with Best Team. I talked about it, but not in the way that I did today. Like I talked about it, like I shouted out like I'm like a community tab for my Twitch. That was pretty much it. Yeah, I know the Act. Okay, so it was pretty much like on the shorter side. Then I can stream for at least like an hour and a half for you guys. I can at least like fit that in. Because I want to be live for at least an hour and a half today. I don't want to like just be like, okay, sorry guys, after like half an hour or so. I'm probably going to spend like the last part of the stream maybe building up Eula, because I really need to start building up on a Song of Broken Pipes. I also believe that today is the domain day for Song of Broken Pipes, which is actually good because, yeah, Song of Broken Pipes is what I need on her. Can I enhance it today? Yes, actually, no, tomorrow's Sunday. Fuck me, dude. I should have streamed on Thursday. Well, the Thursday we could have done it, but I didn't think of leveling up on Thursday. I guess I'll just do it tomorrow then, because I need to level up that. Her artifacts could definitely use a little bit of work, as you guys can see from like what she is. She's 43% crit rate. However, if I did have Rosaria, doesn't Rosaria increase crit rate by 15%? I have C6 Rosaria, by the way, so she'll come in a lot of handy. Right now I'm only using Diona, but I will be using her at some point in the future. Let's do it. What should my team be for this? I kind of want it to be... I'm actually going to switch from Hu-Tao.
Ready for reconnaissance.
I'll go ahead and put you here. I'll just use like the other team I was using before. You guys are going to be seeing me doing like a lot of like revamping with my team. Which, by the way, Venti, you're not wrong. Venti is the best character. One of the best characters anyhow. I've got Diona. We'll go ahead and official at the last part of it. I wish I could use Beto, but I really don't use Beto, unfortunately. I'm going to be doing the hangout events for you guys too. I'm aware that the hangout events are really adorable. I've only done a little bit of Tomas, and I've only done a little bit of Noel's. A lot of the research I get from is obviously like from the wiki and like, you know, from other people's, you know, just like, you know, just experiences and like, you know, like what I know from my comment section. You guys are actually what's helped me gain a lot of knowledge for Genshin, actually listening to you guys. Let me see what Iriko said. Act 3 is short, but it makes my brain not exe stop responding. Okay, so like, tell me this. On a scale of 1 to 10, what's the lore juice level? like on it? Like is it like a 7, which is like good but not great? Is it like a 9 where I'm gonna like, or it's like Act 2? Because Act 2 is like a 10 out of 10. If we're talking like lore and like, you know, blowing my mind and stuff like that. Well, from what you guys are saying, and we'll discuss, by the way, as we go along. So I gotta ask, like, on like a scale of like 1 to 10, like, what's the lore like? Just so I can have like, you know, like a general idea before like I dive into it. 7. Let me go ahead and just for my health real quick. Actually, I figure like I'm here. I may as well just go to God. May as well just go to a statue to 7. All right, we're good. 8.5. Okay. I'm probably also going to go into like a Google Doc, and then we can discuss for a little while lore. You know, like I'm sure like I'm going to have my my ideas and stuff that pop into my head. I'm sure you guys are going to have your ideas. Which, by the way, I probably might use some of your guys' ideas in here because like, you know, I want this to be like a group effort. You know, it's audience stuff. 6.5 for Act 3. I think 6.5 sounds pretty accurate. Okay, let's see what we got.
Albedo!
Traveler, Paimon. I suppose your story is ready.
Yep. How about you? Do you need some more time?
No need. I am also ready to tell my story.
Oh, also, during my speculation video, I'm definitely going to be diving into the Paimon painting. That Paimon painting is very, very intriguing.
Paimon calls dibs! Paimon first!
Please,
She just
go
looks
ahead.
so refined in that picture, like it was kind of depicting like some kind of like past presence of her, and like, you know, Albedo, like, you know, being alive. I swear to God, that might actually be her when she was the goddess of time. That's honestly like what I'm expecting it to be.
Okay, here goes. Once upon a time, there was
Hey,
an
Alicia, how you
evil
doing?
researcher who went into the mountains and did a crazy experiment on whopper flowers to transform their appearance. After a lot of pain and suffering, the whopper flowers finally took on a human form. Then they stood by the side of the mountain to wait for unsuspecting bypassers.
Interesting take, Paimon.
To whoever spoke
I feel
to
that,
them,
Arya.
they would
I feel
ask
that a
them
lot.
questions such as,
Please do. You don't drop a painting and focus so much on it for. No, it's not a joke, dude. That painting is like. That shit is something else, and like I have my thoughts of like what it could be, but we'll obviously talk about that once all the quest is done and like, you know, we have all the information and whatnot.
If the bypasser got the wrong answer, the last sound they'd make would be a yelp before the whopper flower ate them alive in one bite.
She has such a creative imagination. She's so adorable.
Truly frightening.
Lumine's just like,
What the?
her expression is actually a little bit different, you know, than like the typical like, I'm just, you know, kind of like the, oh, here we go again kind of. It seemed like a little bit more peculiar than that. I don't really know how to like describe it. Because one thing that actually like I've noticed is you got to really pay attention to Lumine and Aether's their facial expressions, because like they're very important. And honestly, in terms of like main characters and like games and stuff like that, they probably have one of the most like this expressive expressions like on their face. She's so cute.
In other words, the whopper flowers would ambush and then completely replace their
That's kind of
victims.
what I saw too. Also, I need to change my icon on Discord to a Raiden Santa Claus hat, because I see you with the Lumine hat. I need to do that.
And then what? Go back to where the person lives? Enter their home? Eat their whole family? Paimon made up this story, but now Paimon's the one who's scared by it.
It's a good story. May I write it down? I may bring it up in future conversations.
What for? Just to scare people with?
Yes.
He's like, yes.
You've got a real mean streak, Albedo.
Mine is a little longer than yours. It starts with an alchemist.
Oh fuck, here we go. This is gonna be a lot. I have a feeling that we're probably about to get a lot of interesting stuff down here. I'm going to go ahead and open up my notebook and start taking a little bit of bullet points and notes, because I would open up like a Google Doc bit. Because I hear alchemists, I'm like, fuck, we're about to get some gold information. Actually, does this pen work? I hate when my pens don't work. Yeah, tell me about it. Let me get a pen, you guys. I don't want to waste the ink on my purple pen. I like the red one better. When I was in elementary school, my teachers were always like, you need to grade your papers in a red pen. Like red pen's like the most important in the world. Like, come on now. I also have a Mystic Umbreon pen, funny enough. I need to get a Teyvationary pen. I think this pen will probably do the best, this green one. All my pens are dead. Fuck. Come on. I'm trying to, like, take notes here. Hey, Ren, what's up? Oh, never mind. You're Katie. Then we're talking about the Rune Hunters / Graders. Yeah, I've been thinking. I think they were made by Conria and were there to eliminate Vision Bearers. Is random theory. I kind of see where you're coming from. I've always felt that though, because of the way how the Rune guards are. They're more so programmed. I feel like that they were kind of, I don't know how long that they've actually been roaming the lands of Teyvat, but I feel like that they're kind of there to preserve Teyvat's knowledge, like, you know, to make sure, you know, that people, like, you know, just either don't learn about it or, like, you know, for messing it up, because in terms of, like, the runes and whatnot, we definitely do see them around there. But I think that they're honestly just there to, like, protect the knowledge. Or they're programmed to do something completely different. The rune guards are definitely like a little bit of a mystery, and I don't know, like for whatever reason, I'm thinking like once we get to Chasm, I think like we might learn a little bit more about them. Yeah, they're kind of like security, I feel like, honestly. And yes, Nana, I am definitely doing a writing notes.
The great alchemist once created Subject 1. Subject 1 was her proudest achievement, and successfully blended into human society. No one ever would have thought that this friend of theirs was in fact a synthetic human.
I'm writing this down. Subject 1 was Gold's first synthetic human. The biggest question is, though, is why are they trying to make synthetic humans? I wonder if... Oh my god, there's just so much stuff, dude. My brain's gonna fucking hurt.
However, unbeknownst to Subject 1, the alchemist had tried the same experiment many times before he had come into being. Some of the rejects from failed experiments had been discarded, but had not died.
Wow. I'm assuming when Albedo says alchemist, he's talking about Rondaughter / Gold, right? I don't think is that true? Can we assume that? I think I think I'm on the right track, right? Is that a dumb question to ask? It kind of does sound like Scaramouche a little bit. I know it does, yeah. It does. Okay, that's Gold. Okay, yeah. Just making sure. If you guys don't see me talking back or going on, it's because I'm writing. So if you guys are new, I'm taking notes as I go. Didn't the people of Conria create artificial humans because they had low, what is that, natality? Do you mean like, does natality mean like of more people? Elaborate on that, please.
Subject 2 was one such failed experiment. He was swallowed by a great dragon that came to rest upon a snow-swept mountain. Many years later, he was resurrected by the dragon's mysterious power.
This is fucky. Okay. So, for right now, just so I have it right, Subject 1 was the first synthetic human. It means a low population birth rate. I can definitely see that because, you know, they weren't in the natural world of Teyvat, and obviously, you know, we know Conria as a godless nation. And that makes... I can definitely see it to defy the gods, yeah. I honestly think that that's the reason, like, that's kind of why Conria got destroyed, was because they defied the gods in some kind of way. I'll say, am I loud enough for you guys? Oh, my mic doesn't sound bad. So Subject 2 was also a failed experiment. Swallowed by dragon that came to rest upon snow-swept mountain. I feel like he's telling this from third person. I think so. Is Albedo? Well, actually, no, we'll find out more later. You guys want to see what my writing looks like? This is what my writing looks like. My writing looks really, really bad. It looks like chicken scratch. I also hold the pencil the wrong way.
He saw all kinds of people on the mountain, including Subject 1, who had somehow miraculously blended in among them.
Hold on a minute. So, basically, blended in among them. This was back when Dragonspine... What's up, Alex? My writing is hot, thank you. I also have a lot of people that help me write, so shoutouts to Casual Bananas and shoutouts to Renaissance for giving me a hand with all this stuff, because I have help, I'm not gonna lie. Most of it's me, but a lot of it, but also I also have help from them. Yeah. So I'm wondering, the people that they're referring to, are they referring to Salvin Dagner? When did they start creating synthetic humans? We could get more information to go off of if we can work that out. Salvin Dagger, yeah, thank you. I'm sorry, I was getting freaking confused. Salvin Dagger. I'm not very good with German. And I always get I'm always like Saltere, but I'm like, nah, that's Havria. So blended, unless what he means like by blending in among them is among the other failed human experiments, or are they talking specifically about Salvin Dagger? So let me write that down real quick. All kinds of people on mountain. So them referring to other synthetic humans, or Salvin Dagner. This also begs the question if the survivors of Salvin Dagner are also people that kind of congregated to Conria. How's that for speculation? Let's keep going. I'd like Subject 1 refers to Albedo rather than the failed experiment. I think so. Me too. I'm thinking like Subject one is Albedo. But I mean, like, isn't Albedo also considered as like a failed experiment though? Because of like the little diamonds like around his neck. Let's keep going.
Never in Subject 2's wildest imagination had he thought it possible for experimental life forms such as they to deceive everyone so successfully. He saw the way humans accepted Subject 1 as a friend.
Sounds like some jealousy is
witnessed their
about to take
affection
place.
as they addressed him by name.
That's a possibility, Salvandanger having rune guards. Yeah. Also, Mana, what was I referring to again? Sorry, I'm concentrating on like a lot of stuff. You said no. I asked a question. What was that? What was that question before? Can you repeat that for me? I'm sorry. So, subject 2. Didn't think it possible for experimental life forms. The markers remind of the flaw of humans. No, is that not it? Okay. Because I remember coming in here the other day, and I think one of you guys actually did that. The mark is a reminder of the flaw of humans. Okay. Okay. Basically saying that like he's a synthetic human, but not okay. The mark is a reminder of the flaw of humans. What? More into that. I remember we learned that in Act 2, but I forgot exactly like what that was. What the mark meant more. Do you guys have any more elaboration on that, by the way? Such as deceive everyone so successfully. And I'll basically put like yeah, that's right. It was like it was glass blowing, and then that was basically to like show the mark. Yeah, I remember now. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna write that down to mark on Albedo. Also, Alex, would you say we know that Salvandanger at one point connected? The Ruin Guards were there to protect against Celestia. Their encrypted logs talk about how they weren't able to win against them. That makes sense too. And like we also know that Guizhong, like has like an entire just like domain dedicated, to them. It's kind of like a Rune Guard factory, if you will. Not a factory, but kind of like a Rune Guard like warehouse, I should say. And not to mention too, we also see the Rune Guard factory during Child's Quest, where we meet Tuser for the first time. So let's see. On Albedo, glass blowing to show humans are flawed. I know that I can have you guys look for my scripts later and stuff like that too. So there will always be that subtle flaw in a perfected piece. I'm gonna write that down. Yeah, his robot lab, exactly. Let's see. Subject 2. Saw subject 1. Saw subject 1 being accepted. Okay, let's move on. It kind of is like a birthmark, yeah. That's very true.
All that Subject 2 desired was to replace Subject 1 and take the joy of his existence for himself.
Yeah, that makes sense too. Yeah, Albedo is having the weirdest family photo at this point in time. I know, honestly. This was what Subject 2 wanted. Now all that Subject 2 desired was to replace Subject 1 and take the joy of his existence for himself. I'll basically just say Subject 2 was jealous and wanted to replace Subject 1 and take joy of his existence for himself. Let's move on.
This is giving Paimon
But here's the question. Do the
chills.
rune guards just wander
So
over and guard
scary.
hallmarks of history? Because we know they can use ley lines to sustain themselves, right? So maybe since ley lines record, yeah, because the ley lines have all of like Teyvat's history and stuff like that. And I feel like with the ley lines too, if if they're like broken and whatnot, there's like some areas that kind of go back to like the state of like where they used to be, because we know that Teyvat used to be like a cold place, filled with snow. I'm wondering if it's because of like the leyline corruption that we have in Dragonspine. I wonder if this is because we also know that this place, that Dragonspine itself, used to be like kind of like a green place and whatnot, but maybe the ley lines being corrupted, maybe that has something to do with why this place is like how Teyvat was like formally described as like a snow haven kind of place, if that makes sense. I remember that during Albedo's first quest, that Rosaria having her suspicions.
Subject 2 began to unfold his plan. He stole Subject 1's books and notes, and studied all that Subject 1 had learned from the alchemist. Subject 2 was highly intelligent, and he learned quickly.
Okay, what else we got? Dragonspine became the Wasteland after it became the Skyfrostland now. Yeah, and that's pretty much like what I'm talking about is like Celestia came in, I feel like, and fucked up the ley line, like, the ley line corruption here, and like, we see like Frost-bearing tree and stuff like that, and it's obviously like, it's because of like Durin and whatnot, but I mean, I still feel like that the Skyfrost nail, just messed up the ley line flow here also. Yeah, that makes sense for Mondstadt to be a frozen wasteland. I remember reading about that too, which is the reasons for Teyvat, or at least parts of it, having been frozen wastelands do vary. Yeah, that's the thing, is like there's just a lot of mysteries
He
to this
changed
game.
his face into an exact replica of Subject 1's face. Then, he found a plant with mimicry capabilities, and transformed it using dragon blood and alchemy.
Fuck, man, that's deep. I wonder what that plant is.
And so, not only did Subject 2 transform his own appearance to perfectly match that of Subject 1, he also created a third entity, Subject
Oh
3.
yeah, the whopper flower. Yeah. And that's all in like that's what confused me a little bit because I'm
What?
my bad.
There's 3 of them now?
But Subject 2 wanted to become a perfected human. So, he erased a mark on both his and Subject 3's necks.
Yep.
For these marks were symbols of imperfection.
Hey Koval, how you going?
In my view, it was probably a subconscious act, an instinct. He so
See you too,
desperately
Mona. I'm
craved to
jealous. I don't
become
have
a
Mona at
perfect
all.
human being that he forgot something. Human beings are defined by
That's
their
what you said
flaws.
earlier, Arya.
Subject 2's plan was meticulously crafted. Subject 3 would draw Subject 1's attention. After Subject 1 disposed of Subject 3, he would assume the threat had now disappeared and would let his guard down.
Lucky in you guys have Mona. Can you really blame Durin's corrupted blood for Dragonspine becoming a permanently frozen place? No, I don't. I don't. Like I said before, I think it has something to do with the ley line corruption and the frozen Skyfrost nail basically coming in and like and doing it.
The next moment that Subject 1 was alone, Subject 2 would make his move. He would eliminate Subject 1 and become the only one remaining. He would secretly replace the Subject 1 of everyone's memories.
I think
Inherit his
it's
identity,
Skyfrost nail too that's solely
residence,
responsible for it too.
clothing, sword, name, and friends. People would have no idea that the individual they knew had become somebody else from one day to the next.
This is way too scary. Paimon's never gonna be able to trust anyone again.
But just before Subject 2 could carry out his plan, a unique stranger entered the mix. Subject 2 tried to make contact with this person, but found that they could somehow sense he was different from Subject 1. What's wrong? Are you scared?
What happened then? What happened to the stranger?
That's an interesting subject. None. All of you guys did discuss that because I'm trying to focus on this, but it's just like I'm also interested in Dragonspine, but I also want to focus more on this. Here's a fun thought. Why are we assuming Subject 1 is our Albedo? Why does he know so much of the other Albedo's emotions? He's usually a man of facts, but here he sounds so definite with his story. I don't really know because I mean, like, we know that there were 3 of them. Subject 3 was the one that I believe that we took out the other day. Subject 2 was the one that we saw on the mountain. I don't know. I think I think Subject 1 is Albedo. I think Subject 2 is Subject 2 the one. I wonder if he's being never mind. Well,
He became a new stage in Subject 2's plan. One more person that Subject 2 had to dispose of. It's as if there were 3 identical roses in a garden. Only one of the 3 was a fine specimen, while the other 2 were
yeah, I knew that
defective
Subject 3 was the
specimens
whopper flower, and I think
or
that Subject
poisonous
2
thorns.
might have. I think that he's potentially. I wonder if Subject 2 might be from like parts of Durin.
In all the world, only the gardener who tended to them could tell which was the good specimen.
Meaning gold?
People do not like poisonous plants. Only a perfect rose can fetch a high price. If the inferior specimens wanted to conceal the fact of their worthlessness, they would have to take the gardener out of the picture, using their poisonous thorns.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, I think that subject 2, in doing all these malicious acts, is basically just jealous of Albedo's because Durin was created by Gold. I'm not sure if it was on purpose or through some kind of corruption means, but we know that with Gold's actions in regards to the destruction of Conria, and you guys know me, I believe that the Night Mother is the one who destroyed Conria. Some kind of corruption, getting some kind of knowledge, maybe kind of like as like a lesson to basically show like, hey, this is what happens when you fuck with the divine. And then obviously, you know, we go into the Night Mother, and we go into like all these like abyssal creatures and stuff being created. So that's personally why I think that the Night Mother is responsible. And we also know from Bloodstained Artifact set that the kingdom was wrongfully corrupted. Or that could even be talking about the Lunar Palace. But I think that the Night Mother is a sustainer, and she has a lot to do with that. But we can talk about that a different day. I want to get more into this.
This is exactly what Subject 2 was thinking. So, he hid in the shadows and waited patiently. Maybe soon, he would get his chance to become truly human.
Goddamn, that's scary.
That was intense! So what happened after that? Did Subject 2's plan succeed?
Oh, this is yeah, all right.
Paimon can't bear
Yeah, because we're talking specifically about this event. I'm thinking pre-times. Because he's recapping the event that just happened, and yeah, it does make sense for Traveler to be the gardener. Might be. Sometimes I think too deeply in this.
Fortunately, Meta is just a story. And even in this story, Subject 2 did not succeed. But you can never let your guard down on Dragonspine.
He is a gardener, but I still think he's referring to Traveler.
Monsters mutated with Durin's power and blood are also creatures of Rhine-Daughter, just like me. You must beware of all such creatures.
That's so sweet of her to say. Yeah, the bad plan. So what the Traveler's an experiment of gold. Oh God, man, what are you doing? What are you trying to spark in here? Traveler's not gold. Rhine-Daughter's gold. That's already been confirmed. Rhine-Daughter's gold, and the Traveler can't be gold because of obviously pronouns and stuff like that. Yeah, it does kind of come off as a warning. Yeah.
I'm glad to hear that. It's okay. I know what I am. You and I are both different, so there is no need for me to hide the truth from you. The only thing is that sometimes, when I think about how mighty the power of alchemy is, I feel so small. As beings who set foot in this world, how arrogant are we in desiring to control our destiny and in desiring to create?
That's a really, really solid quote by Albedo. I'm writing that one down. You know, now since I read more into this quest and we kind of have like, because I mean, like, as beings who set foot in this world, how arrogant are we in desiring to control our destiny and in desiring to create? It kind of just puts into notion, like it kind of just like puts in this aspect of Celestia's rules, or sorry, Teyvat's rules, I should actually say. Are so to the book and are so limiting to people. It seems like a very, very authoritative world to live in, and that's why we have places like Conria where you're free from God's rule. And it almost makes it seem like that the people in Conria were probably some of the closest to human beings. You know, people that are willing to think, people that are willing to actually, you know, live the world, like, you know, in doing like what they want. It's like freedom in a sense. But also, you know, when it comes to the world of Teyvat, what was I saying? I was mentioning something like, yeah, exactly. Though I was just thinking of that Gwen. I also like your name, Gwen's Leaf. But yeah, it just like Conrad just feels like the closest to human beings, because with that being said, these guys are experimenting and trying to figure out how the world works, trying to just live with freedom with no restrictions on them. And it's really, really interesting, like with this quote. Whereas Conrians just seem like the most characteristically humans in the entire like world of Teyvat. And technically speaking, like Conria wasn't part of Teyvat. Abyss. I've always seen Conria as like part of like the abyssal realm somewhat, because it's like out of the world of Teyvat's light. So,
is creation an arrogant act, traveler? If not, why do we call the ones that created us and control us gods?
Yeah. It's like these guys are just a bunch of just philosophers just trying to question the way like how the world works. It really, really is interesting, man. This is getting juicy, you guys. And you can link a lot of this to Conrian aspects. So is creation an arrogant act? God, I need to think of what I'm going to write, because this is going to be a toughie. This quest just has so much information to delve into. God, I wish my dog would shut up. And we know that Albedo is like this is like Conrian based talking, because I'm getting like a lot of like Dainsleif vibes from this, like, you know, not, you know, like he is Dainsleif or anything like that, but I mean, you know, just like the people, like how Conria, yeah, maybe Albedo might die, I don't know. He does, but like, you know, like I see stuff like this, like where he's like questioning it, and I'm like, that definitely does scream red flag for Celestia. You're questioning too much.
If it is, then what qualifies us to call ourselves creators? How far must we take our reverence and respect? And what purpose does it serve?
This is just a lot to fucking untake, man. My writing is so bad. Okay.
Nothing special. But
Yeah, exactly. They were disconnected from Teyvat. Pieto, Dainsleif, and Rundaughter knows about the fake sky. That's knowing the truth of the world. Yeah, and that's why I feel like, that's where like a lot of, I'm like, now since we have this, you can kind of connect it with the Tsaritsa's plan a little bit because they question the gods that they serve too. It's nuts. I've read that about what she said, a combo of a world tree and an firmament. Yeah, I've seen those theories. I need to watch her latest world structure theory as well. They're very interesting. I think I've only seen part 1. I need to catch up on part 2 and 3.
whenever
I've been
I
so
think
busy doing
about
Pokemon
it,
stuff that I've been kind of like caught
I
up.
feel a twinge of grief.
Interesting.
Poor Albedo.
Hello? Traveler? Are you here?
Was it Amber?
Hey, is that Amber?
It is Amber, yeah.
Thought we might find you here.
We're here to deliver a message from Cyrus. There's gonna be a big event down at the base camp, and they want you there too.
I did not see
Traveler.
the Economia leaks. I mean, I've seen the map, but I haven't seen what it like looks like or anything else like that. I kind of want to stay away from what Economia looks like because I kind of like want to be surprised. But I don't have any problem like looking at like the lore, like and plot stuff, and I want to keep the design stuff like to myself.
Winter camp is nearing its end. Apparently, even provisional instructors are required to attend.
Looks like we need to go, Albedo. Bye for now.
Then I won't keep you. I have some things to attend to here, so forgive me for not seeing you down.
Don't worry about it. There have been no issues getting up and down the mountain recently.
I think one of the reasons why I've heard like a lot of speculations and theories going around that the Tsaritsa wants to go up against Celestia because it had something to do with her lover dying, and like I've seen a couple theories in regards to Pale Princess and the Six Pygmies, like the Tsaritsa being the Pale Princess, and maybe she is under like some kind of curse. I don't know. That's a video for another day.
Is everyone ready? Let's not keep them waiting.
I'm just trying to focus on this for right now. We can discuss that in a little bit. Yeah, it definitely is some kind of personal grudge. She had something happen to her, and a lot of speculation like to point to that she had something happen to her. An interesting implication of Scaramouche's trans theory is that Otone gave him top surgery. That's interesting. It makes sense too because Raiden actually obviously used to be a Raiden's obviously a girl, so. Is he Joel's father?
Allow me to introduce Yoser.
Oh, he survived! Cool! I'm so happy he survived. I'm so glad that he didn't die.
Dad,
Good
this is
shit,
that
man.
traveler I was telling you about.
And they look just alike
Traveler's
too.
helped me out loads in the past, and this time we even built a snowman
I'm
together.
very, very happy that his dad's alive. Thank God.
Joel has told me everything about you. I can't thank you enough.
I'm so glad that this guy's alive.
Wow, this is amazing. Wait a second. Why is Cyrus discreetly wiping tears away? And what is Pal doing here?
Or does he? Oh God, no.
Pallid is the hero of the hour this time. Go on, Pallid. Tell us what happened in your own words.
The Whopper flower. Oh my God, dude! It makes you. Oh no! I forgot he's. Oh no! Yeah, the flower. Hold on. Let's do the rest of the quest.
On that fateful day, and I had a feeling that Lady Luck was smiling down on me. So I trusted my gut and set off to explore somewhere new, somewhere dangerous. Because where there is great danger, there is also
Oh, I
great
see what you
treasure.
mean. You know, I don't really know a lot about Honkai.
Why does this sound so hard to believe?
Because I kind of thought, I'm like, wait a minute, did he actually survive?
But I had
or is
only
this...
been away from the group for a short while when I fell down a slope and just started rolling.
Uh-oh. Did my bad luck rub off on him when we ran into each other on the mountain?
The place I fell to was somewhere I didn't recognize, and I'd sustained a few injuries. I remember thinking to myself, this is the worst luck I've ever had in my whole life.
Oh God.
Then I met Yoserv. He'd heard the sound of me falling and came out to see what was going on.
Maybe that's what we're going to find out. Don't spoil it for me though. If you did it, it came out last night, correct? The Act 3. I'm pretty sure it came out last night.
Wow! So it was completely by chance then!
I thought he must have been someone from the Adventurers Guild here for the event, but after a few words of conversation, it was clear that he was having memory problems. He didn't even know his own name.
I don't know shit about JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Pay attention to Paimon's question. I will.
The temperature was freezing, and there was no time to deal with all that there and then. So I convinced him to come back to the camp with me and figure everything else out after we got there.
Pallet also the one who caused a whole red to spawn back in the first Albedo event. The first he's done it again. I don't remember that. Because back then I didn't really pay attention a lot to the Genshin lore.
We got back to the camp, ran into Joel.
That's why I'm going to be doing a 100% free-to-play run, so I can go back and kind of like, delve into, all the previous stuff that I, didn't really pay attention to.
That's when Yoserv suddenly started to remember.
Okay.
My memory has still not fully recovered, but Joel and his mother, they are the only ones that I will not, no, that I cannot forget.
His constellation. Does he have a vision? I don't know, Kira. I don't know. We'll find out. We'll find out.
Daddy's right here, Joel. Daddy's right here.
Daddy might not be right here, actually.
Yoserv, don't you remember anything else at all? The poor princess? Feeding the foxes?
She's referring to the journal.
I'm sorry. I have no recollection. Maybe it's because of the head trauma.
Son of a bitch.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's not actually him, huh? Paimon was referring to what she read in the journal, right? Oh God, here we go.
I woke up and found myself covered in blood. My things were gone, and there was nothing to indicate.
Not to mention, like, there isn't like any mark on him. I don't really think
there.
that has anything. Yeah.
I crawled into a cave and settled in for a slow recovery.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I knew. Yeah, you guys said it, but then I'm like, wait a minute. If he doesn't recall, maybe we'll never know. Oh, really?
Dad, I was so worried about you.
I'm all right now, Joel. Oh, don't cry. Daddy's not going anywhere. I'm here to stay.
That sounds like a very... Yeah.
Oh, this is good. This is good.
You know what, though? I definitely think my luck got worse after running into Bennett on that mountain.
Oh, poor Bennett. I feel so bad for him. Can we get... Oh, man. Can we get a poor Bennett in chat?
I knew it.
Oh, this poor old guy. This Eugene from Hey Arnold. I mentioned it the other night.
No.
Oh,
I just
man.
meant if it weren't for you, there's no way I ever would
Bennett.
have Yoserv on a mountain this
Oh,
huge.
no.
Besides, we got back safely, didn't we? So don't
Poor
blame
Bennett.
yourself.
He needs
Maybe
a hug.
Sometimes miracles can only happen when you get
Oh, poor
just
guy.
unlucky enough.
Pallet. When did you become such a smooth talker, huh?
I'd give Bennett a hug. My favorite 1990s designed JRPG protagonist.
Huh?
He looks like he's a Xenoblade protagonist, doesn't he not? He kind of reminds me a lot of like Rex from Xenoblade 2. I've never actually finished Xenoblade 2. I tried watching Chugga Conrad's playthrough, but it was way too long for me.
Oh yeah, I want to say thank you to the Traveler, Uncle Cyrus, Auntie Eula, and Auntie Amber. Thanks, everyone.
I would totally take Bennett out to dinner.
You
I'd
all
spend all my
helped
more
look
on
after
him.
me, and I will always
Let's go get fucked up with
remember it.
Venti. That sounds like a fun day.
But I guess I can't take the snowman with me, or it'll melt once it leaves Dragonspine. It's such a shame.
Maybe Eula with
Oh, I can help with that. One moment.
Cryovision powers.
Huh? Eula?
Here, take this. It's powdered rime. Just add it to your snowman, and it will never melt.
Cryovision.
Wow! Really? Oh, this is awesome! You're the best, Auntie Eula! Dad, I have an unmeltable snowman now! How cool is that?
How can I ever repay you all? Thank you all. Thank you, from the bottom of my heart.
Dad, I want to go move the snowman. Can we do it now, please?
Okay, I'll be leaving with Joel now. I'm sure I'll see you all another day.
Very well, very well. It's time for Paladin and I to have another discussion concerning his breaches of adventurer discipline.
Huh? But Cyrus, I think I kind of made up for my mistakes.
Joel is
this
very
time,
pure for this
you know?
world. Unlike Timmy. Fuck that kid. And his pigeons, too. I'm kidding. Timmy's not that bad. I'm not that mean, I promise.
Oh, I made this for you and Amber. Think of it as a winter souvenir.
Aw, are you sure? This must be really important to you.
Wouldn't Joseph have something to say about Eula, a Lawrence Con member, and he being a Mondstadt guy? Maybe, possibly, but I mean, the Lawrence symbol is on her, I guess.
Come on now, just take it.
I mean,
No
let's be
need
real.
to make
Who
such a
who
fuss.
likes Timmy anyways? This is like, who fucking likes Timmy? Timmy's like, no.
Wow. Now our snowman
He's not that
won't
bad,
melt
but
either.
yeah.
Great.
Thank you.
You're
Eula.
welcome. Just keep it. That's all I ask.
I don't know. Maybe he is. I suppose we won't find out till next year, considering we didn't get anything Dragonspine related until a year later. So God knows, really.
Amber and
It
I
kind
have
of is
some
weird that
business
he
to
didn't
attend to
react to
now.
Eula, her being
See you later.
her being a Lawrence member. I can kind of see where you guys are coming from on that.
Everyone's gone.
Yeah, 12-month wait.
Seems like they've all got their own stuff to do now.
I think Depressed Duck, you're onto something, bud.
Been on Dragonspine all this time, and somehow Paimon still forgot to ask Albedo about how to make a fruit juicifier machine that can keep the juice fresh.
Yeah, Timmy's the first harbinger. We've all been deceived. The sky's a lie. Timmy's pigeons that fly in the sky are also a lie.
Maybe we should try Timaeus again. He does seem
Ancient
pretty
alchemy
easy to
sure
please
is
after
fascinating.
all.
Are we going to Mondi? We are going to Mondi, yeah. Back to Mondstadt we go. I believe Subject 2 did take Joel before, yeah. It makes sense because it was mentioned during Act 2. Also, thank you for logins. Paimon Monster Blender, that's so cute. Ancient alchemy truly is fascinating.
Traveler and Paimon, what can I do for you? Wait a minute. You've got that mischievous look on your face. Oh, you're not still thinking about that ridiculous juicer thing, are you?
Timaeus, will you help us?
Well, if the Traveler isn't really interested, then, yeah, maybe I'll give this one a pass. It's just the weirdest request ever.
Alright, Arya.
No, but Paimon's Sunsettias are gonna go to waste without it.
Dude, we have like at least 500 Synthetias in my inventory. You'll survive, sweetheart.
In the time it would take me to research something like that, I could probably pick those Sunsettias again 10 times over.
They grow all over Teyvat, let's be real.
New research project, Timaeus?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
We meet again.
And he's got the mark on him this time. What's different about this guy, though?
Oh, Albedo, thank goodness. So the situation is, Paimon wants a machine that can turn fruit into juice and keep the juice fresh. I mean, surely it's...
Majorly important, that's what it is. If you can manage to invent this, we'll never have to worry about fruit going bad ever again!
That's impossible.
I'm gonna write down something real quick. Her look on her face. Oh, okay. Whoa. Hold up.
Turning fruit into juice is not hard, but keeping it fresh is more difficult. But if you simply want to keep the fruit from rotting, there are many ways to achieve this.
No, I saw it. I saw the cutscene. The mark, right? I missed it. What did I miss? Yeah. He didn't have the mark. He didn't have the mark in the very, very beginning, but now he does have the mark. Yeah, I saw it. That's what you guys are referring to, right? Oh, what was before that? Tell me what came before that. Oh fuck. It flickered? So that flashback wasn't before when he whoa, hold on a second. Oh my god. So it flickered. No fucking way.
Right, Traveler?
Fuck.
What about his neck?
What's wrong? Is there something on my neck? From the look on your face, it's as if you thought I just played a practical joke on you that was in exceedingly poor taste.
Albedo, you were saying, how do you stop fruit from going bad?
Albedo's not a prankster though. He teleported. What the fuck you talking about?
Well, one way would be to bury your fruit on Dragonspine, where the snow never melts all year round.
Yeah, it's not a prank, I know. Yeah, Albedo's is not a prankster.
But then Paimon won't be able to eat them!
You could always live on Dragonspine.
I'll pass, man. No thanks.
No, too cold for Paimon.
Oh, I'm very aware it's not a prank, yeah.
Or you can give the fruit to me, and I would take it to Dragonspine for you. But since you don't like the cold, you'd have to send someone else to pick them up when you want them.
That's obviously a trap.
This is where you come in, Traveler.
This is a chance for, yeah.
Suddenly sounds a lot more feasible with other people doing all the work. Okay then, shall we go with that idea?
Yeah, Ice Journaler's back.
Fruit buried on Dragonspine will stay fresh for much longer. However, it is also possible that the fruit will sprout and grow into fruit trees. Who knows? Maybe the next time you visit, it will have grown into an orchard. You can water the trees, add fertilizer, and when they finally bear fruit, you will have some fresh sunsettias.
No way! Then Paimon will have to be a gardener! That's not the goal here.
Oh? Well, I don't think being a gardener is so bad.
Did you guys just hear that gardener line? I'm not fucking going crazy, am I? Like, okay, I'm glad I'm not the only one who caught that. Oh boy. So you guys that were actually talking earlier about the gardener analogy actually being subject to. Yeah, something to do with the creator. And subject 2 is the one who created subject 3. Yeah, now it's fucking coming together. Okay. I'm gonna write that down. Subject 2. is gardener from analogy? Question mark. Because we don't know if it's true or not. I'm just going to say. It's definitely easier for him to face a Mark to think a Mark 2. He kind of insisted on us going back to Dragon's Might, which reminds me of how they think Albedo's plans limit the traveler in Albedo. I completely agree with that. Yep. It definitely seems like it's like a luring trap. Yeah, there might be a possibility that Joel's father could also be one, but I'm really not too sure. I don't know. But I mean, like, just the fact that Joel's father didn't know about the journal that he had left out, I think is just a... That to me, that just doesn't make sense. I have a feeling that Joel's father is also a fake, because the fact that he had like nothing, a head drop, the fuck is this, Dragon Ball Z? Yeah, Lumine's like, I just heard that in an analogy. Yeah, she's thinking about it. She has that same way of thinking that we do. That's how Mihoyo does it. They're like, they try and like guess like, you know, like what the player's thinking. It's like, hold on a second here. Wasn't that mentioned a little bit earlier? Yeah, that's all I'm saying, dude.
Albedo! Stop trying to get your hands on Paimon's super sweet Sensitias!
It bothers you, does it?
Of course it bothers Paimon! They are the rarest, super duper sweetest Sensitias ever! And they're not for you!
She's so adorable. Isn't Albedo's constellation, doesn't it kind of look like a child kind of like coming out of birth?
Okay, but they're just Sensitias. I think you're only so attached to them because you don't have much fruit of this quality in your possession.
I'm not sure. Yeah, it's the homunculus symbol, yeah.
When someone's pockets are full and their spirit is fulfilled, they don't easily fall prey to this kind of yearning.
His constellation reminds you a lot of like authentic human creation. That's like the exact vibe that I got. Are you guys talking about this quote right here? When someone's pockets are full and their spirit is fulfilled, they don't easily fall prey to this kind of yearning? Also, what's Little Prince?
Really?
Oh, wow. How interesting. I'm gonna use the bathroom real quick, and I will be right back, and we can come back and discuss this, because I need to make a video about this when I can. I have a feeling that gardening definitely does making clones, and it kind of goes from the aspect of maybe making like duds too, like poison roses and like you know just multiple ends and stuff like that. I don't know. We'll find out though. I'll be right back though. In the meantime, I'll use the bathroom real quick. makes sense. Alright, I'm back. What are you guys talking about? Let's see. More people? Did we get like raided or something? I've been wondering if this whole quest was just a test Albedo schemed up to see if the Traveler was at the part to stop him if he ever went berserk. Like, that's a really, really good point, Capricious. I think I'm actually going to, screenshot that. That is really, really, that's a really solid point. I can't deny that. That's a really, really good piece of speculation that you have there. That I'm not sure if that could be like a possibility, but I definitely will not deny that that's very, very juicy. I'm actually already going to make a folder for this. Albedo. Yeah, this quest was definitely very juicy. Okay, that was done. Yeah, that's a really, really solid piece. Yeah, that's definitely worth talking about. I can see gardening means reproducing. I can see that also meaning the same exact thing. Albedo didn't have the mark on the neck in the banner of the first event. Is that something worth talking about, do you guys think? Hey, Nan, how you doing? Let's see. But he means... But he killed someone. Yeah. So the Albedo we meet at the campsite is the real Albedo, and the Albedo we see now is not. That's what I'm thinking. That the Albedo that we saw at the campsite, also the Albedo that we saw, because I mean, like, the Albedo that we saw in Mondstadt, that one came off as way too, like that's not the actual Albedo. Like, from everything that we've seen from the Albedo that we know, he would never, ever joke about something like that, especially with all the information that he gave us in regards to like his story and like analogy, and the fact that his mark faded away for a second. There's no way. I'm kind of worried for Mondstadt now too, and like, you know, makes me wonder if we might actually have some people that might actually die off. I mean, you know, seeing Venti die off, I mean, knock on wood, I have a wooden dresser, but I mean, that's just, it's crazy. Do you guys want to keep on doing snowman stuff? I would honestly rather just sit here and just honestly just talk more lore stuff for a little while. Maybe I'll go do this in like a little bit, but I'm going to my Planet Euthymia. I'm going back to Inazuma. We're gonna go back to my spot on Grand Arakami Shrine. And what does Albedo say to the Traveler? You and I are both different. Is it because the Traveler isn't human, like a god or something, or her power, or just because he's a different world? We don't really know a lot about where the Traveler came from. I actually remember a little bit of the humor that Albedo had on Golden Apple Archipelago, but I just, with the reactions that Traveler had in regards to Albedo, that definitely, that look that had to have been subject to, I don't, that's just way too, I mean, like, I know that Mihoyo loves to make a stink, but I mean, Depressed Duck, what did you say? Sorry, I'm flying over to Grand Arakami. Is there going to be an Act 4? From what I know, from what you guys have told me, Act 3 is the last one. And yeah, the viewpoint is fucking beautiful. The Sword of Ascension did describe their world from what I can remember. Yeah. But I'm basically going to go here. Do you guys want to... Let's face it right here like this. Yeah, looks good enough for me. Okay. So, give me, so, do you guys think that Albedo really, really was trolling in Mondstadt, or do you think that that was the fake Albedo? Let's have a little bit of, a speculation, kind of like a, I'm not gonna say like debate, but more so just like, you know, like, I want to see like what the multitude, like, of you guys think. Also, Depressed Doug. P.S. 4 Sword and Wings have some Traveler's lore. They do. I've read them. I think the fake Albedo was mocking the Traveler. That's the kind of vibes that I get to when I believe it was a fake one. Fake Albedo 100%. I think fake, to be honest. Not trolling way too sus to be real Albedo. Yep, that was another Albedo that we haven't seen before. Oh, so you think that that's actually another Albedo outside of the, So do you think that that's maybe like a subject 4? God damn, shut up. Though this event dropped a lot of lore, I don't think they would do something so massive as swapping Albedos during a limited event if this story was a quest. Now then, interesting. Testing him. I think the fake is also starting to copy the mark because he has learned from his mistakes. Yeah. I'm with Chrissy Garcia. I agree with that. Why would he prank and why would Mihoyo make the traveler think about it? It just doesn't see. It just seems uncharacteristic for Albedo, in my opinion. I don't know. What if digesting subject 2 is what corrupted Durin in the first place? I wonder if that's honestly what it is. Because I mean, like, where's Festering Desire? I have Harbinger of Dawn as my weapon on him, but I mean, it's not completed though, obviously. Where's Festering Desire? So let me actually go onto the wiki page real quick and let's look up some stuff in regards to Festering Desire, because I think that a lot of the lore and that, like, because there's like some quotes in there that we actually see. So the lore behind the sword is, this was a story from long ago. Unborn life, unfulfilled wishes. Tragic dreams at the edge of the universal darkness that could never come true. Indwell my body and descend unto this world. Then, my lovely children, like rainwater flowing into creeks and plants growing towards the sun, go into a lovely place and display your beauty there with pride. This is a memory that a child named Durin had of his mother, which is obviously now, from what we know, Rhine-daughter. Thank you, Mother, thank you. You gave me wings to soar and a mighty form. Mother, I wish to go to a land of lovely songs, Mondstadt. I will tell them about you, Mother, and about everyone else. I shall tell them that the place where I was born is beautiful. Very interesting stuff. So what if they use the traveler drank to attempt to kill them? It's like dealing with an ant colony here. He'll probably heard the conversation between us and Albedo in the camp and tried to fix the scar piece. Yeah. Well, after all those events, pretty sure Traveler has trust issues with Albedo's appearance, 100%. Why would Gold try to make Albedo in the first place? If you look closely, Albedo's hair is tied back. If you look at Lumine's hair, has 2 little strings going down, so maybe he is a clone of her? I'm not sure. Friends and expecting someone to kill you if you lose control could have been making Traveler suspicious enough to let his guard down. Maybe so. We can include both prospects of that, honestly. Because we actually don't know the answer to that. So I'm going to say Albedo and Mondstadt is fake at end of Act 3. Or real Albedo is testing Traveler in regards to hope fake Albedo also finds a place in the world and gets his own name. Now, how can he do a prank about such an important point after going through so much? And how did he come to Mondstadt so fast? He said to us that he had some important things to do in camp. That's exactly what I'm saying too. So, let's see. I don't think Albedo is the type of person who would instantly change character. He's not a social person to begin with. I completely agree with that, yeah. It just does not sound like anything that he would do. Also, is the Albedo in here? Is this Albedo fake? Does he have the mark around his neck? He does have the mark around his neck. Yeah, that makes sense. The Traveler should check himself right now by telling Timaeus to him. See here while I checks the campsite. Remember when they left the campsite, Albedo said he had some work to do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Is the unicorn white-horned horse and the spindle of Cinnabar sword subject to or during? You know, I actually need to go get my hands on the Cinnabar sword real quick. I think I have. There it is. Yeah, let me actually go read the Cinnabar Sword quest, like a Cinnabar Spindle, I believe is what it's called. Let me go on the wiki and let's see what we got. So it's called Cinnabar Spindle. What's the lore behind this? Separate the dust in the flames of joy and extract the exquisite from the crude. For all in the universe comes from a single source, and all things may be derived from a single thought. You must pursue that which your elder brother. What the fuck? The one-horned white horse cannot accomplish. Reach the far side of philosophy and create a new destiny for myself and your brothers. Wow. That is some juicy lore. Yeah, that's a real good question too. Lumine Main, what did you say? He would probably want to dismock the Traveler. It seems like something one of the other Albedos would do. That's what I'm saying too. The Albedo during the first event last year, did that Albedo have the golden diamond on him? I don't remember, like something like, I want to say yes, because this Albedo that we know here has the golden, has the marker on his neck. What's up, Dylan? How you doing today? Did the Albedo in the first event, he didn't, or he had it? Because if he didn't, then that explains something. Art. Do you mean his revealing art that was like on Twitter or something like that? It was mixed, the artwork didn't. See, like that's really interesting. Like, not in the art for the event. You're talking about the event from this year or last year? Okay, so you're referring to Albedo last year when we first went to Dragon's Spine. That Albedo had the mark on his neck. So we can 100% confirm that Albedo last year during the first Dragon Spine event had the golden mark around him. Yes, that's 100% confirmed. Okay, I see you guys. I see a couple of you guys saying yes. Okay. Okay, so the Albedo and the Festering Desire event is our Albedo. Okay, cool. That's what I thought. It's really interesting that, like, what he said towards the end of the event now, where he basically said something like, will you be able to stop me if something, like, you know, if I were to, like, lose control? Oh my god, it's insane. I'm actually going to read this one more time. Extract the exquisite from the crude, for all in the universe comes from a single source, and all things may be derived from a single thought. You must pursue that which your elder brother, the one-horned... What is like the symbolism like of like a one-horned white horse? Is there like any like real significant symbolism like behind that? Is it like is it kind of like ain't trying to compare a unicorn? Yeah, that's kind of like what I was thinking. And a unicorn, lion is tied to unicorn in alchemy, Albedo being the lion from his constellation. I'm actually gonna write that down. I just checked the last Albedo art. I just checked the last Albedo event art, and Albedo didn't have the birth on his neck. Okay. That honestly, I don't know, like, would that have been... Yeah, that's an interesting, that's a very interesting claim you got there, Capricious. Noelle is naive, Kaya. Oh, okay, never mind. Nah, Noelle is naive. Kaya is Kaya. Barbara is weak as fuck church girl, and that's a finished region is to sire traitor toward the abyss. He has it? Okay. I think that could have been in our area. I don't know if they did that intentionally, though, either. That's fucking bizarre. Previous art did not have birthmark on it. That's really peculiar. Flower of Eden, opening of Fanny Zaruk. I don't know what that means, actually. He has it? Okay. I think you might be right that the Cinnabar could be Durin. Yeah. And, like, judging from the lore that we see from the Cinnabar Spindle, the lore looks like it's Rhine-daughter. Yeah, now it's all starting to come together. It's all starting to come together. For all in the universe, what does things what does that mean basically? It's a time period. What time period is that, by the way? Because there's like there's probably some significance behind the way, like, how his constellations are too. Descent of Divinity. Title of Hadian. Dust of Personification. I think that personally, in the lore of the Cinnabar Spindle, that's Rhine-daughter. I am Mystic Umbreon, hello. That is Rhine-daughter talking to, that's Rhine-daughter talking to Durin. I know Helios is the god of the sun. I'm aware of that. Sun being astrology representation of gold. And also Helios is often represented by a lion. Because he says, for myself and your brothers. I'm going to go back to Fester and Desires one more time. I'm going to read Fester and Desire's lore one more time. I noticed that the star in Albedo's neck is also on both male and female travelers' clothing. That's why he refers as both different than others. Talking about the diamond on their neck? Yeah, on his neck. Where is that, by the way? You're talking about this? There's that right there. There's these. I'm gonna be doing that, yeah. I'm writing something down, you guys. I'm not going to reveal to you as to what I put down, but it's my brain is starting to really process all this events. It's starting to process all this stuff together, and now I have an idea of what I'm going to write about. Oh, is it the opposite? Professor Nazar is about Durin, but is that? But I mean, isn't Albedo? I'm not a traveler man. I'm sorry. I'm a Hu Tao and Eula main. Because it talks about him, I know that, but it's just like, is Albedo referred to as? Is he the unicorn then? Hold on a second. I'm thinking. Damn. I'm thinking still. I'm writing some really juicy stuff down, I promise you guys. Can unicorn be someone we have not met yet? But I mean, like, they refer to... So you're telling me that the white horse is the alchemy stone? I don't really... Yeah. Reach the side of philosophy and creating destiny for my son and brothers is the instruction Gold gave Albedo to do. I understand. Kind of as in like a sense of like Albedo was hold on a second. If that's the case. So what is so what's the unicorn a symbol of then? What is the unicorn symbolism in all of this? I have a character that I made before Genshin even came out, and A shared a kanji in their name. She has reference to Kon Kaya's powers. So it could be Albedo too, since Albedo refers to him as a failed experiment. Yeah, that does make sense. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, unicorn is subject 2. Unicorns are mutant horses. I've always seen like them as kind of like the perfection. Celestia might think creation of living being is for gods only, and when a person from Conria does that, technically cross the boundaries. Yep, yeah, nor the Archons destroy them. Yes. Hold on a second, you guys. Did I miss a quest? You did, unfortunately, yeah. I can, you guys will have the unlisted link when it's done. The unicorn is a symbol for the divine feminine IRL alchemy and could also indicate that Gold herself is an artificial human. Well, in, Cinnabar, I wasn't gonna say shit. It does mention myself and your brothers.
Inactivity serves no purpose whatsoever.
Okay. That's so interesting that she could also be a synthetic human. Because she does refer to herself as her brother, like, you know, myself and your brothers. But it's like she's the mother of it all. I'm going to read Festering Desire one more time. This was a story from long ago. Unborn life, unfulfilled wishes. Tragic dreams at the edge of the universal darkness that can never come true. Indwell my body and descend unto this world. Then my lovely children, like rainwater flowing into creeks and plants growing towards the sun. You can see that gardening reference again, by the way. The plants going towards the sun. Go unto a lovely place and display your own beauty there with pride.
Life is like the dew at dawn, or a
This
bubble
is a
rising from the
memory
water.
that a child named
Transitory.
Durin had of his mother. Thank you, Mother. You gave me wings to soar and a mighty form. Mother, I wish to go to a land of songs. I will tell them about you, Mother, and about everyone else. I shall tell them that the place where I was born is beautiful. The garden could also refer to just it's because what I got from them from Act 3 was that it could have something to do with all of the different sorts of fake humans out there. And God knows how many fake humans there are. Maybe Scaramouche could be one of his brothers. I'm not sure if that's the case, because I mean, like, obviously, you know, it was made by Raiden, but it's just a little food for thought.
All the world holds dear is but a backdrop of constant
Didn't the Albedo
motion.
at the last part of the current event say something about gardening? Yes,
I
he
stand
did.
before it, alone and unchanging.
Dane talks about a sea of flowers at the end of the video, previous video. Dane's quote is, Dane always has something interesting to say, doesn't he? I thought the most important part about the gardening allegory was the fact that the failed one was lacking something, so it wasn't allowed to live. Which month's that domain?
Inactivity serves no purpose whatsoever.
I forget which one. I know what one you're talking about. The Dandelion Sea. I think that the Dandelion Sea has something to do with the destruction of Conria and somehow connecting the Dainsleif. Because Dainsleif, as we know, is also the bow keeper. But then, like, how do we see all of this creation of humans? Obviously, Cecilia Gardens. Cecilia Gardens is over here, I believe. Yeah. Wow. God, that is so fucking interesting, man. The Cecilia flowers only grow on high cliffs, once bloomed in the greenhouses here. The ancient civilization that once enjoyed the scent of the Cecilia was lost, and so too was the sea of white flowers. Okay, I want to write that down, Eula. Oh no, that's... I know Dane has the eyes of diamonds and stuff like that too. What about Kaya, considering the fact that Kaya is a descendant? I've never actually stood there and actually looked closely to Kaya. No. Does Kaya have any diamonds on him? What about that right there? That's his cryo symbol. Diamond right there on the side. You know what's really, really weird too? If Albedo is a synthetic human, because he has a vision, right? Oh. I do see a little diamond in his eye. Yeah, very, very little though. But also, all of them have diamonds. Which? Oh, wait. Oh, you're talking about the eye patch. Yeah, I see stars too. I can see it like on his cape and stuff like that. Yeah. This doesn't necessarily have to do with Kaya though. This more so has to deal with, because what I'm trying to link up right now is between Durin Gold and Albedo. I see. Have the same diamond on their clothing. Does this mean travel or something to do with Conria? I think it actually has something separate to do with Conria. Yeah, it's also really, really starting to make me wonder if Dainsleif is actually a synthetic human too. Because he also has the diamonds in his eyes. because now we know about that symbol. I don't know, that's just something that popped up because of the diamonds in his eyes. Yeah, the energy that he doesn't have a delusion. He legitimately has a vision. Also, I don't have Albedo's like quest, like friendship. Yeah, he's only friendship 1. Yeah, that's what I'm saying too, dude. I need to broaden my my knowledge on unicorns are capable of the shapeshift. Yeah, Rika. Yeah. I like where this is going, though. I'm gonna write that down. I hope you don't mind. You guys are gonna be credited for this, by the way. I'm gonna mention all of you guys in here for giving me all these fucking great ideas. Slash unicorn. What's really, really interesting to me right now is the Cinnabar Spindle and the Festering Desire lore. These two weapons have the biggest clue to Rhindaughter's plan. I don't know. I think that this has to do with everything, like the lore in these two weapons and everything that we've learned so far. There's something in here. And also, if we look at,
I stand before it, alone and unchanging.
let's read this together one more time. Unborn life, unfulfilled wishes. This is Festering Desires lore. Tragic dreams at the edge of the universal darkness that could never come true. I wonder if that line right there is in regards to, I'm thinking, maybe in Conria and maybe being trapped in the universal darkness. Indwell my body and descend unto this world. Then my lovely children, like rainwater flowing into creeks and plants growing towards the sun, go unto a lovely place and display your own beauty there with pride. Durin's mother is obviously gold. And the way how Durin is describing his mother seems very, very gratitude-like. So I'm almost wondering if Gold is actually dead. Indwell my body and descend unto this world. Yeah. A whole gnosis. And after that, she left Albedo and sent him to Mondstadt. It says, though, indwell my body. There's something
All the world holds
very
dear
interesting
is but a
about
backdrop
that
of
line,
constant motion.
indwell my body.
I stand before it, alone
Okay, yeah,
and
she's still alive, my bad. It was like the way like how she said it. Just I need to read more into Albedo's story. It's just, there's just something about indwell my body and descend onto this world. What is the word? Let me see real quick. And then also in this right here, in the Cinnabar Spindle, sorry. For all in the universe comes from a single source, and all things may be derived from a single thought. You must pursue that which your elder brother, the one-horned white horse, could not accomplish.
The world remains constant over the centuries, but human life is like the dew at dawn, or a bubble rising through water. Transitory.
These were instructions left to Albedo, we know that. Yeah, and Albedo too was fed off to Durin. Durin obviously being stopped by Barbados. Oh, son of a bitch! There's this there's something here that like I'm seeing and like I can't get to it off the top of my head. There's just something about indwell my body and descend onto this world.
I stand before it, alone and unchanging.
Tragic, unborn life, unfulfilled wishes. Yeah, gold feeds the dragon her failed experiment. Oh my god, this is so fucking frustrating because I know there's something in here that I'm just not seeing. And also, I shall tell them that the place where I was born is beautiful. Is that kind of like Gold's way of saying, spread the knowledge of Conria and like what it was like? That's my question too, Wild. That's exactly my question. What if Gold is recycling the stars, wishes to create new life? Someone said that earlier. That's what I have in my notes. That's what I have in my notes. The false gods? I don't know. Considering the fact with Irminsul trees looming, maybe like those memories are, and implementing those memories into, I mean, because I mean, look at it like this too, right? Maybe the way how these synthetic humans are made are kind of there to kind of like preserve the history of Teyvat, or no, not preserve the history of Teyvat, maybe like Conria, because I mean, like we obviously see like how Albedo painted that picture of Paimon, because it looks like a different kind of Paimon, you know, something that was from a long time ago, because he has knowledge of stuff like from the past. Unborn life, unfulfilled wishes, tragic dreams at the edge of the universe darkness. Do you think the edge of the universe darkness means death? I'm not fucking sure. Maybe that has something to do with the abyss. What if tragic dreams at the edge of the universal darkness that could never come true? What if these are all of Gold's like desires that she was never able to complete in her life, and by creating these synthetic children, she's trying to pass on the knowledge that she learned in some kind of way. I don't know. Indwell my body and descend unto this world. Like maybe I'm maybe like indwell my body. I like does the body maybe have something to do with like the way like how her physical appearance looks? I mean, you can still be alive, but I mean, just like passing on knowledge, you know, as like a way of, because I mean, also like look at it like this, right? Albedo is a stage of alchemy, right? Maybe Albedo was the last stage of alchemy that Gold was able to get to, and Albedo is basically taking all the knowledge that his mother had learned, and he's trying to, because obviously, like, you know, we see right here, reach the far side of philosophy and create a new destiny for myself and your brothers. Which means that there are others out there other than Subject 1 and Subject 2. And there's also Subject 3. So there are probably other brothers out there. Maybe like these other fake humans. And maybe Dane, you know, could potentially be one of those. I don't know if that's true or not, though. I don't know. Randar also lied to Albedo about the magnum opus. It's really interesting how that worked, by the way. Yeah, non-human brothers too, like Durin, yeah, exactly. Could it mean she used her own cells to create Albedo, and he actually, in a way, really is her son? That was kind of like what I was thinking too. Oh, see, like that's the real interesting thing about Dane too. Has Dane ever talked about the Dark Sea? I don't know if he has or not. Maybe he says something in the Teyvat chapter previews.
The world remains constant over the centuries.
Also, I just searched unicorn as a material to make gold in alchemy. I wrote that down earlier, Levi. Gold means run, daughter. Can this mean something? It's oh man, maybe it's like, I think the unknown god Colby Gold or her creation of God. I don't know if that is though, because that just doesn't match up. Because she's saying to Gold, reach the far side of philosophy. Basically like figure out the secrets of this world and basically like question everything that you have. And that's kind of exactly what we see with Albedo in the last parts of his quest, where he's questioning all this stuff about the gods and creation aspects and whatnot.
All the world holds dear is but a backdrop.
I like that too, Empress Shifeng.
I stand before it, alone and unchanging.
Talking about the Dark Sea because many gods fled there, maybe from broken dreams. That might be something. I might write that down real quick. Yeah, and find out the truth of the world, just like the travelers. Yeah, that's also another thing as well. Oh, and also Dane's like description of Albedo too is also very, very peculiar. Yeah, and there you go. Chalk being Albedo, Gold, Rhine daughter. It's kind of like the ways of, or yeah, you know, maybe Gold actually is, she made herself into a synthetic human with gold as the material. Chalk being Albedo, and separate the dust and the flames with joy and extract the exquisite from the crude. Or, you know, gardening, for example, the soil.
Inactivity serves no purpose whatsoever.
I wonder if maybe if Subject 2, because it got swallowed by Durin, maybe because it also stole the alchemy notes, it's in a way has characteristics of Durin in the sense of it's trying to still carry on Gold's wishes, basically, like. And the gardening analogy could definitely have to do with the soil aspect.
All the world holds dear is but a backdrop of constant motion. I stand before it, alone and unchanging.
Maybe he feels like he's disappointed his mother, and because Durin is technically he like parts of him still exist, but he's not like an actual like living being anymore. Maybe because Subject 2 got swallowed by Durin, maybe it's trying to still, in a way, continue Gold's legacy, in the sense of trying to find out like the philosophy. And we have the aspects of gold, chalk, and soil. Because I mean, I also could like explain like why the alchemy notes were also stolen.
The world remains constant over the centuries, but human life is like the dew at dawn, or a bubble rising through water. Transitory.
Maybe also, yeah, the programming carried on the Subject too. Yes, soil gives birth to chalk. There you go. Yep.
I stand before it, alone and unchanging.
Ah, damn it. Yes. I don't know how to fucking pronounce your name. You have different language symbols. I'm not sure if that's Chinese or I think that's Chinese. Gold's creations were modeled after the Traveler's role to purify the world, but backfired. I think that the purification human the human project, that was an attempt to make Travelers, because yes, that's exactly what I'm fucking thinking too. That's exactly what I put in my notes. And the reason why is because the Travelers are not actually part of Teyvat, and they work a lot differently than the humans do here. That's why they don't have a vision. And Albedo is still an imperfection of a Traveler due to the fact that he has a vision. It's so fucking crazy how all this just connects. Oh my god, yeah. And maybe like the perception of Subject 2. Yes, exactly. Drew Key on Discord and Twitter. I will keep that in mind. Thank you so much. That's fine if he did. I'm going to be doing my own speculation on it anyways. I can guarantee you that I'm going to have a different perspective than him, because yeah, my videos are a lot different than what he's got. We also just talk differently and we present things differently, so I feel like my video will be different than his. All of us theorists are going to be giving our thoughts and takes, and if it happens to be repetitive stuff, then that's totally fine. It doesn't really bother me. What's the meaning of gold in alchemy? It says that gold is a material to make gold with combined in hope. Soil gives birth to chalk is a metaphor for Rhine daughter gives birth to chalk. Chalk pursues gold. Is Albedo pursuing a creation more perfect than him? I love it. That's it. I'm going to be taking a picture about Reka. I think you just got something right there. Yeah. That's exactly why it's a theory community. Yep. And even if I did, I know Island XD. He's not the kind of guy. He would be very... Our goal as theorists is literally just to solve this fucking game. That's so interesting, though. Yeah, and like, it makes sense, too. I'm gonna write that down, Lumine. But then, if hold on a second, if Traveler were one of Gold's creations, then why is it that in the Cinnabar Spindle lore, it mentions brothers? And as we know very, very well, we have Aether and Lumine and pronouns and that stuff. Yeah, and yeah, visions are used to spy, and then we go into the whole entire aspect of the what I talked about with Celestia and the prison. You guys can go check out that video. It's on my channel. It's I talk about it in the Celestia Secret Revealed video and in my Vanessa video. Panopticon. I 100% think that a unicorn is inferior experiment of the Traveler as well. I don't think that Travelers are Gold's creations, though. I think that the synthetic humans are meant to be Travelers, or like them, because as we see, the thing around the neck, the diamonds. I also agree too, but then again, we also don't know how Gold is. Exactly. Exactly. Gold tried to mimic Traveler, but missed some stuff and got the unicorn, which is still imperfect. I 100% agree with that statement. That's it. That's another thing right there, too.
Inactivity serves no purpose whatsoever.
Also, can you guys point out to me one more time what the symbolism behind the white unicorn was? One of you guys, I think I wrote it down, but I can't remember off the top of my head. But maybe we can link that in that. Oh, I definitely can agree with that, yeah. Being a synthetic form of life and in other ways from another world, yeah. It's like the... That's really interesting, though. And now, you know what I'm really, really starting to think? Oh, fuck me, dude. Oh my god.
The world remains constant over the centuries. But
Are you guys
human
ready for
life
this?
is like the dew at dawn, or
I
a
probably shouldn't be
bubble
saying this out
rising
loud,
through
but I
water.
really don't care.
Transitory.
You guys were mentioning earlier that in the Gnostic Chorus, it's kind of like explained that this story was kind of explained in a different language. What if Gold's the princess from Gnostic Chorus? In the way how she was deceived, and how Conria was destroyed. And that's how we link back to the Night Mother.
Inactivity serves no purpose whatsoever.
Mercury also being one of the prima materia too. What do you guys think about that? Fuck me, dude, that's insane. This is why I like having these. Who's the prince? Something I don't know. That's something I don't know. And I'm thinking, I wonder if we can connect this to the Pale Princess and Six Pygmies. I'm thinking Dane could be the prince too, yeah. Or Kaya. One of the two. Not to mention too, Conria was Gold was Dane was also from material. I mean, it means Mercury, masculine material to make Gold and Moon. Oh fuck me, dude. Yeah, you guys are fucking geniuses. Short blonde hair. That's hella possible. Not to mention the flowers. Kaya and Gold were royalty. That's a possibility. Yup. Mercury being masculine. That could definitely be a reason why he likes Albedo, yep. And this is his revenge mission for what happened to Gold, the alchemist. That might be his lover. That's a little bit of a stretch, but I don't know, maybe. We know that Kai does have a connection too, though. Mercury masculine material.
The world remains constant over the
To make-
centuries. But human life
God,
is
the
like
dog
the
needs to
dew
shut
at
up.
dawn, or a bubble rising through water. Transitory.
Yeah, that's very true, because I remember when Venti mentioned that, like, oh, hey, Traveler, how's it going? Like, they met before. Oh, is it siblings? Sorry, my bad. I got the terminology confused. I'm still on Pale Princess and Six Pygmies. That's true. Yeah, that makes sense. My bad. Sorry about that. I was thinking too much about Pale Princess and Six Pygmies. I shall always remember how she too remembered these flowers. Yep. The Abyss is trying to create a god. Yeah, that's very true.
Purpose whatsoever.
And as we know about the people from Conria. Oh man, I'm trying to think here. They are the abyssal creatures.
All the world holds dear is but a backdrop of constant motion.
But I mean, it's just like,
I stand before it, alone and unchanging.
because I definitely do think that. Oh yeah, the oh my god, what's the pearl called again, you guys? Oh my god, what the hell's the fucking pearl called again? Tell me what the pearl's called again, you guys. You guys know. I can't think of it off the top of my head. Gnostic. Was it called? Is it the Gnostic Pearl? What's the pearl actually called? Genesis Pearl. Thank you. Okay. I don't know if a Genesis Pearl is Traveler or not. That's a really good fucking question. I'm not sure. Thank you for telling me. Okay. I think we need to also connect the civilization / kingdom that was destroyed in Dragon's Spine by Celestia. Solvin Dagner. Well, I mean, they were both places that were destroyed by the Divine. Yes, the Genesis Pearl is the seed. I 100% agree that this Standard of Heavenly Principles has something to do with the destruction of Conria. Oh no, the Divine is made up of other people as well. They both do have destroyed Urban Soul trees, yep. Yeah, they are. They are, Rika. I know. They're there. It's everywhere. Yeah, he's a descendant from Conrad. He didn't come straight there. Yeah, Kaya's grandfather, I believe, I can't remember where it was quoted at, but Kaya's grandfather quotes, "You're our last hope," insinuating that Kaya is going to be probably the one to defeat the Night Mother. I don't know.
Inactivity serves no purpose whatsoever.
God. Quiet the dog! I'm streaming! You don't have to worry about donating to me, you guys. I'm just having fun sitting here figuring out this stuff. You guys don't have to donate. I don't care. I have a video about how the Sustainer connects to the Night Mother, actually. But, that's kind of just more of those things of it's kind of just like a gut feeling. And there really is, like, no evidence. His dad... Oh, was it dad? I thought it was grandfather. Okay. If it was his dad, then that's different. Okay. So not grandfather. It was his dad. Okay. He was prepared for some kind of ceremony. And, like, I think that might have something to do with him being the, I was going to say the connection to, what the hell is it called again? The prophecy that the Night Mother said. Hold on a second, Julia. You might be on to something juicy. In Gnostic Christianity, the ultimate wisdom, or pearl, is attained in the transcendence of material acquisition in favor of personal spiritual pursuits. What's really interesting too, Julia, is that when it comes to alchemy, there's also references of chakra as well. And once all of these chakra gates are opened up, it basically means like enlightenment. And enlightenment is obviously gaining wisdom and such. I think that can actually be linked as well. Yeah, Dendro is also another very interesting element as well. So it's possible Gold could intend Albedo to leave Teyvat, possibly because she cannot. She could be trapped here like the travelers. Maybe... Do you guys think that Gold is actually a traveler? And she tried to create human experiments? Because it mentions, indwell my body and descend unto this world. Extracting like her DNA in there, like how someone said earlier. Like maybe not pure DNA, but maybe like more so along the lines of traveler properties. But maybe Alice is also a traveler too. I mean, that also explains why, we haven't seen any characters yet. Alice can travel through other worlds, and they do know each other. Yeah. Where I'm really not too sure, Abraham. I really don't know. I'm gonna put that in there as like a little speculation.
All the world holds dear is but a backdrop
I'm
of
not sure.
constant motion. I stand before it, alone and unchanging.
I'm not sure if they're actually... Maybe it is her own life force, yes. But then again, like, the... I thought Teyvat actually is modernizing in a lot of aspects. Maybe not technologically wise, but if we look at Fontaine, it's a little bit modernized over there. Actually, well, when it comes to technology, it is, yeah. And I can get more into that later, though. I'm trying to concentrate. I'm not sure. The sustainer trapped gold, just like the traveler. That could definitely also be a thing too, being based off the traveler from 500 years ago. The traveler's opposite sibling. That could, yeah. That also still works. But it's still very, very weird, though, about like how she says, indwell my body and descend unto this world. If Gold knew how to play with constellations, could she put these inside her creations? That's a possibility, yeah. Yes, exactly, yeah. Celestia also does not want people to advance so technologically. Well, I mean, if it's like the camera and whatnot, I don't know. Because the rune guards were actually used to combat against Celestia. So let's see. So if travelers have purifying power and unicorn has purifying powers in mythology, maybe Gold got inspiration from traveler, then create a new life just like us. That's a possibility, yeah. Yeah. It mentions in the traveler's lore Now the sustainer is weakening. And it's interesting how that quote. So, what do you guys think about the idea that
over the centuries, but human life is like the
gold
dew at
is
dawn,
also perhaps
or
a synthetic
bubble
human?
rising through water. Transitory.
It's not confirmed that that child got trained by gold. His master is Skirk, and we don't really know a lot about Skirk. Her rift towns can open portals. I'll keep that in mind. That's actually a very good one. I really don't know what she's weakening from. Maybe it's because of the Storitza gathering the Gnosis. Maybe it's because of the Abyss. I think it might have something to do with that, or maybe the Storitza is being controlled. We don't really know that yet. Or maybe the Sustainer of Heavenly Principles is a puppet. Who really knows?
Constant motion. I stand before it, alone and unchanging.
Botan, let me see. Could be. But then why is she the great sinner? She's described like that on the Skyward lore. Maybe that's just how she's perceived to the people of Teyvat. As the great sinner. Because remember, the nation got wrongfully corrupted. Hey Nia, welcome in. You can actually go back. You can actually go back and watch my reactions too, if you'd like.
Inactivity serves no purpose whatsoever.
That's what I said, but I don't know if that's fully true or not. That's my theory. But that could be wrong. Don't take everything I say as 100% proof. That's my theory, though. Rekka, what did you say? Celestia has 7 ideals. If a nation decides to go against those ideals, then they are a threat to Celestia. Explains why Conria was destroyed. It's really weird, though, because of freedom. Because it's like, if one of those ideals was freedom, and we have the aspect of Conria wanting freedom from the gods, then if they are obeying that ideal, then why would they get hit? You know what I mean?
But a backdrop of constant motion.
There is the Irminsul trees, though. Erosion, law of energy, conservation, always wins in physics. So gold maybe wanted to evade it with immortality. Yeah, there is a lot of plant stuff being mentioned, yeah. Albedo suddenly talking about gardening to the traveler. Dane telling the traveler how fate is. From all seeds planted to branching out. Dane's also the bowkeeper. Maybe they're trying to plant their own Irminsul trees. I don't know. I still think that the garden has something to do with synthetic humans. The Genesis seed, I believe, because the Genesis seed, I believe, is the main seed of the knowledge of Teyvat. And remember how Zhongli mentions preserving the piece of, like, you know, preserving all the stuff of the, you know, preserving the stuff of the world, and like how he mentions like Traveler like would specifically like be really good for that. That's kind of like what I'm seeing too, is like getting the Gnostic Pearl and replanting the Irminsul tree. maybe it could potentially be. You know, maybe it's the idea of trying to get your hands on this seed to rewrite history because Teyvat is corrupted by a fake god. Who knows? Yeah, and Albedo's talk about arrogance in creation. Turning the cold and snow into a garden. It kind of reminds me of the way how Dragonspine used to be. Maybe there's a possibility that because we see Selvin Dagner all over the place, what if they're trying to recreate what the world... I mean, I don't know, maybe they're trying to recreate Dragonspine.
And unchanging.
It's really crazy how all this is, man.
Inactivity serves no purpose whatsoever.
Botan, exactly, yeah, exactly. Maybe the Traveler can purify the damaged ley lines in Dragonspine and bring back the greenery. Maybe that's what Albedo is trying to do, is to bring back the greenery. Or, you know, just like, you know, bring it back. Maybe during the time because Ryan Daughter did that. Hold on a second.
The world remains constant over the centuries, but human life is like the dew at dawn, or a bubble rising through water. Transitory.
And the Travelers can also purify elemental properties. Yeah, it definitely did sound like Albedo is trying to restore Dragonspine to its good days. Yeah, ultimate goal is purification slash restoration. Due to the fact that the other Traveler had only woken up recently, and we got to see, due to the fact that the other Traveler maybe perhaps got corrupted,
serves no purpose whatsoever.
maybe Gold was trying to restore the world by making synthetic Travelers. Possibly. Also, it's really interesting too, you guys. If Leylands are destroyed, doesn't elemental energy just die out? I'd say the elements will get destroyed, then he would die since he's elemental. That makes sense too. Let me show you guys something really interesting too in Genshin real quick. Maybe the Tsaritsa is actually being brainwashed by the Sustainer. And the way how I can back this up... Let me find it real quick, you guys. Give me 1 second. Where are my Ascension stuff at? Let me go back. Hold on. Where's Inazuma? There you are. What's that? Where's the ultimate one? Shit. Where are you? There we are. Since you could endure my bitter cold, you must have the desire to burn. Then burn away the old world for me. It's kind of like in a sense of she's trying to preserve this new world that we have in burning away the old one, if that makes sense. Burn and also too something that I also saw. Festering desire. It could have something to do with Senora. Hold on a second. Separate the dust in the flames of joy and extract the exquisite from the crude. I wonder if we can connect that or something. Not even ashes still remain. Old world means, I would probably say, because Conria's initial goal, I feel like, is to restore the old world, the Tsaritsa is trying to burn away the old one like forever, like trying to keep like the new world basically. I don't know. It's a little bit crazy, I know. It could also definitely mean desire to change something, yeah. The Sustainer did give the Archons the Gnosises, yeah. From what we know. And all must burn crimson with the flames, yep. The ideologies and all of the people that were hurt in regards to what the Divine did. Oh, it's so fucking interesting, dude. I'm going to keep that old world talk out of here for right now because that's pretty crazy. I definitely think that the Tsaritsa is definitely trying maybe something like a hard reset, yeah. There's a lot to write here. Yes, Venti was in the Archon War. What are you talking about? Okay, because I was like, Venti is in the Archon War. That is fact. Maybe the old world is in the Dark Sea. I don't know. It's tough to call, Julia. I've heard that arc theory from Cat the Blue Hat. Are they both well? Are they both survivors from Conrad? Is that true? Is that true? What if Old World was before Celestia? Yeah, Celestia is some new thing that came out of nowhere after the Moon Sisters died out. Yeah, I can agree. Pieto is okay. So Pieto is Pieto confirmed to be a survivor from Conria then? Okay, fuck yeah, cool. That's very interesting. Oh man, dude. Oh Jesus. Venti is one of the original survivors, actually. Yes, it does. I learned that from Cat with Blue Hat. Yep, that is correct. Chrissy said. Also, didn't Pieto knew something and tried to warn everyone as well, but none listened? I don't get probably. I haven't read the manga fully, so I wouldn't know actually about that. I'm a slacker. But she says burn the old world, and it seems like Conria is trying to maybe preserve how the old Dragonspine civilization used to be. Zhongli is older than Venti, that is correct. The three-headed figures, what about them? It's so fucking crazy just how all this works, man. Oh, get out of here real quick. Sorry about that. What do you got for me, Lunar? The old world is wet. Sorry to also have you shoulder the grievances of the world. No, I think that it has to do with the Archons themselves. Wow. Pieto became embittered with the divine after the destruction and joined the spirits as cause to create and enhance human who could surpass the gods. I'm gonna write that down.
Try some creative cooking.
I think this time it turned out better.
Try some creative cooking.
All the world holds dear is but a backdrop of constant motion. I stand before it, alone and unchanging.
Try some creative cooking.
This is fucking insane. This is a lot of information to be able to pile together. Oh man. Oh jeez. This is insane. She has no love left for her people, which means that Saritsa originally had love for people, but Celestia may have corrupted her to regain the Sustainer's old power if she is getting weak. Wonder if the world is eroding and Celestia lied to the world. There's a lot of Leyland disruptions, and I'm not sure if even if this is normal. It's definitely not normal, no.
I think this time it turned out better than before.
It's not about Albedo. It's honestly more so just going into the idea of what gold is, and I think I have an idea of what I'm going to write about now.
I think this time it turned out better than before.
I think I have something. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get this video out by tomorrow, though. I'm going to try. But I think based on all the information that we have, that we've gathered so far, I think it definitely is possible for me to write something up. Yeah, and the civilizations definitely do seem like they're always being reset, yeah. That's a lot of notes, dude. Oh, man.
I think this time it turned out better than before.
Try some creative cooking.
So basically what it kind of just rolls down to is, yeah, I have an idea of what I'm going to write about now. I think this is going to be where I wrap up, you guys. Gold is synthetic. Who made her? I think Gold perhaps is maybe, she maybe tried to turn herself into something.
Transitory.
I'm not sure. But what really, really gets me, though, before I end off, is that indwell my body and descend onto this world. That's the one thing that still irks me. Is still, I have Rift Hounds in there. I'll look more into the Rift Hound lore in a little bit. She definitely could be foreshadowing another Conria level calamity. Indwell my body and descend unto this world. I'm not sure what that actually means, though. I know, that's what I'm saying. That line really, really does stick out. I just, like, it makes you think, like, what the fuck is Gold talking about?
Inactivity serves no purpose whatsoever.
In what ways does it remind you of the omniscient God statue? Her body, or the body she created? Wait a minute. Indwell my body and descend unto the world. Philosophy. Indwell my body. What if my body is referring to Gold itself? As in, like, the alchemical property of gold. And Albedo is chalk, and Durin is soil.
The world remains constant over the centuries, but human life is like the dew at dawn, or a bubble rising through water. Transitory.
Basically kind of like indwell my body and descend unto this world. It's kind of like take what I have like rainwater flowing into creeks and plants growing towards the sun. Display your own beauty there with pride. Durin is Negredo, chalk is Albedo.
Come, try some creative cooking.
Yeah, that's the biggest question, is the omnipresent God, yeah.
I think this time it turned out better than before.
Sucrose is a compound, yeah.
Come, try some creative cooking.
I wonder if actually...
Inactivity serves no purpose whatsoever. I think this time it turned out better than before.
What if, honestly, the Traveler is the magnum opus? And because Gold tried to create synthetic humans, and Albedo's always discussing, like, oh yeah, like, we're different and whatnot. Because, I mean, like, the Traveler, right, like, aren't they kind of, like, they're different. Their job is to find, and because the other Traveler got corrupted.
Transitory.
Gold put the steps of the magnum opus in the wrong order. Fucking hell, that's it. That's it.
Inactivity serves no purpose whatsoever. I think this time it turned out better than before.
Hey, omnipresent God studies wearing a hood. Let's go check it out. Individualization of Philosopher's Stone. In some sources, the symbol for it, which is Dane's constellation. That's so fucking interesting. Let me write that real quick.
Come, try some creative cooking.
Maybe Gold, what she did, Gold is gold. Albedo's chalk. Durin is soil.
All the world holds dear is
Trying to
but a
create
backdrop
the
of
perfect
constant
synthetic
motion.
human.
I stand before it, alone and unchanging.
Come, try some creative cooking.
Enjoy my body. Yeah, and there's also Decarabian in terms of like when he kind of gave up his body, turned back into the into like the energy went back into the land basically. What if Gold created sucrose? I'm not sure. That's a really interesting theory on that. And ether is quintessence. Yeah, I'll write that down. Yeah. It totally makes sense that Gold is trying to create the perfect traveler. That's gotta fucking be it. What if sucrose is the result, went the wrong way of creating quintessence? Yeah. What about lumine? I know lumine means the light. No, ether is not MC canon confirmed. No, we thought that in the very beginning, but Mahoya confirmed that to be wrong. Is one of the Primavera? Yes. Yes. And the Traveler is What would, so is Lumine also one of the parts of the prima materia? I go, but sort of. Elaborate on that.
The world remains constant over the centuries, but human life is like the dew at dawn, or a bubble rising through water.
Yes, exactly. Lumine and Eva are both canon as MC. Exactly, yes. Yeah, I don't, I'm trying to remember. Maybe the travelers are what makes the symbol of perfect alchemy.
All the world holds dear is but
And Lumine
a
is that light.
backdrop of constant motion. I stand before it, alone and unchanging.
Yeah, because they both landed at the same time, but one of the MC traveler got knocked out. The dragon and the serpent are prima materia. Not sure what that means.
Inactivity serves no purpose whatsoever.
Look at Ouroboros real quick.
Try some creative cooking.
I think this time it turned out better than before.
Ouroboros is a Gnostic and alchemical symbol that expresses the unity of all things, material and spiritual, which never disappear, but perpetually change form in an eternal cycle of destruction and creation.
Try some creative cooking.
I need to watch another fucking documentary about, a full documentary about how alchemy works. But how does it not, though? Because in the very, very beginning, during Gnostic Chorus, we see a snake guarding the Genesis Pearl. And the Genesis Pearl honestly sounds like the Magnum, like, you know, like the key to the world, aka the seed to the Irminsul trees.
Try some creative cooking.
I think this time it turned out better than before.
Interesting, Lumine. Ouroboros is Dane's constellation. Fuck, man, that's interesting.
Try some creative cooking.
I think this time it turned out better than before. Inactivity serves no purpose whatsoever.
Try some creative cooking.
Snake lie, girl believes, boy saves.
I think this time it turned out better than before.
Try some creative
The
cooking.
serpent is
The
classified
world
as
remains
prima
constant over the
materia.
centuries, but human life is like the dew at dawn, or a bubble rising through water. Transitory.
Hold on a second. Prima materia. In alchemy and philosophy, prima materia prima or first matter. It is the ubiquitous starting material required for the alchemical magnum opus and the creation of the philosopher's stone, which could potentially be the Genesis Pearl. It is the primitive, formless base of all matter, similar to chaos. The quintessence or ether. For all in the universe comes from a single source, and all things may be derived from a single thought. Maybe the lore. This is probably the lore inside the cinnabar spindle might be referring to the prima materia, which is basically what it says right here. The primitive formless base of all matter somewhere. Maybe, I don't know. Read that real quick. In the universe, matter and antimatter came from photons, aka light. Basically, what Gold was trying to do was create human life. And she was using alchemy to basically create human life. Maybe like the travelers or the real human, or like what, I don't know. It's interesting, really. This is making me think a lot. Hold on a second. The early universe was so energetic that photons were able to split into quarks and antiquarks. Cinnabar is very important in Chinese alchemy. It's on the same tier as gold.
All the world holds dear is but a backdrop of constant motion. I stand before it.
I was never in chemistry. That was honestly my worst subject in school. It's just so crazy, though. I don't mean to get deep again, but one twin is light while the other is dark. So maybe the standard are to separate them for this reason, too. Maybe the two twins coming together. Maybe the two twins are the keys to making are the keys to maybe making Hold on a second, I'm gonna write this down real quick. I don't know if this is right or not, but I'm gonna try anyways.
Inactivity serves no purpose whatsoever.
Okay, guys. This is what I'm gonna say.
Come, try some creative cooking.
So these are the notes that I put down. Let's see. Twins are the keys to gaining the knowledge of the world. Both of them together make the magnum opus or Genesis Pearl. Due to the traveler being asleep, Gold attempted to make artificial traveler, perfect travelers, to free the world from Celestia's grasp. And that too, yeah. I'm not sure. What do you guys think about that? Because that's what I wrote down. Maybe all Conrians were immortal. Yin and Yang with the Travelers is a bit of a dark and female and male light. Yeah, the masculine and the feminine energy, yeah. That makes sense so far. A little bit.
Alone and
A little bit.
unchanging.
At the end of the day, it's all this speculation. That's what I've came up with so far. That is what I have came up with so far. I think based on what I have, I think I might be good. I think I'm good on, but I definitely want to. I kind of want to look more into a. It pretty much is all we can really do for now. I mean, I think that's honestly like the best that we can do. But then why would Gold focus on creating a second traveler instead of awakening the original one? We don't know the reason for that. We don't know the reason for that. You know what I mean? I have no idea. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go watch some more documentaries in regards to... I think that we definitely are lacking a little bit of information, but you guys know me. I don't really give a shit. I'm just going to just post what I have to say and post it because I like posting theories. And it's like, even like if I am wrong, my thing is like, is at least I am providing some kind of information for discussion for other theorists to take a look at. Because obviously, like, you know, I look into Island XDs, Ashikai's, TH's, Teyvationary's, and like, I get inspiration from them. So, I mean, like, who knows? Maybe other theorists get inspiration from me. I have no idea. You know what I mean? I really don't know, but I think for right now, I think I'm actually going to end off the stream. And I want to thank you guys so much for coming out here and discussing all this lore with me. We've been out here for quite a while, actually, and I think we made a lot of excellent progress. You guys are great. I'm going to try and get this video out by tomorrow, but it's probably going to take me a while to write this up because this is a lot to take in. So even if I don't upload on Sunday, expect something this week. So you're very welcome. I had a lot of fun discussing all this stuff. We'll definitely we will definitely come in here and do this a lot more often because I feel like all of us working together, we made a hell of a lot of progress tonight. And I'll shout you guys out in the video too. I'll basically say like my stream chat helped me come up with a lot of stuff. So I had a lot of fun speculating all this, you guys. This was really, really fun. With that said, though, I'm gonna go ahead and end off the stream. With that being said, I'll see you guys very soon. I'll see you guys probably tomorrow with the video or a Monday. But that said, I'll see you guys soon. Bye bye. Oops, wrong button.